Are we live?
Whoa! Welcome,
Good.
Googans.
Excellent. I
After the
don't.
drill. Casual.
Well, this is the first time I've been in here since that ridiculousness on Friday with the grab. All
Yeah,
kinds of
this is
stuff
more your
on
speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just all natural.
It's just we got some cool stuff going
Got
on.
the blue
around
shirt
here today.
memo?
I was absolutely berated by one of the callers today. He accused me of being a
He
Gator.
called you a loser.
He said I was in a Gator cheer. Yeah, I thought that was a little harsh.
That was a little harsh. So you're a Gator
I thought he
cheerleader.
was just kind of a big
That
crybaby.
you
That's
wouldn't-
okay.
that you don't criticize the Gators the way you criticize the Seminoles football program.
This must be a guy who
It's
just
categorically untrue.
caught the show for the first time today. But what I was going to say, he accused me of being a Gator cheerleader. I kind of have the Gator.
bit.
I did have the Gator
Sure.
colors on today, so that's good.
That's fine.
Um,
You are a graduate of the university.
we have greatness
Fair.
in the building today. There's a highly acclaimed author who's using our TV studio for some sort of talkback. This David what did I say his name was? David Baldacci.
Baldacci sounds right.
Yeah. So have you guys ever heard of him? He's like one of these thriller, suspense writers. So
Sitting in the house, we asked if he wanted to do after drill. He said,
He
"Please
took-
get away from me. Stop
yes,
talking to me."
stop.
I'm
Talk to my
kidding. I'm
handler,
not
he
spoken
said.
to
Yeah.
David Baldacci at all.
No, he was cool about that. Let's see what I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know everything about sports. I don't have the best memory. I mean, we all each have our strengths. The one thing that I am above average at in life is a quick-witted sense of humor.
You are.
I'm better at that than most people. Whatever, it is what it is. So I felt a huge sense of loss today.
I felt it.
I really believe, I honestly do, that look, even if you are quippy, it's very rare that you make yourself laugh. Like, I mean, the goal is to have other people laugh, but sometimes you say something that tickles you to the point that you laugh either as you're saying it or right after you say it. So, again, this happened, this setup, this occurred,
Right.
and Dan Hicken was in the Bahamas not paying attention,
Correct.
and he really took away from today's program. It went something like this. We were training, so Beef, you set it up, and then
Right.
I will drop in the line of the morning, and then I'll give you a representation of Dan Hicken's response.
I had a story about a physics major who was asked a question about the transference of energy to heat, and the question was how fast would a human hand have to be moving to slap a raw chicken to cook it? And we determined that you would have to slap the meat at about 3,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, and that's what I said. In other news, a teenager in Nebraska just combusted.
And now... It was funny as hell,
God,
man.
it was funny.
I was tickled.
Taylor loses it. Beef
It was
loses
funny.
it. I look right across the table, the desk there to Dan,
Oh, it's so
and this
funny.
is the look that Dan Higgins giving me.
Yeah, that one, he didn't hear that.
He wasn't listening. He
He
didn't
didn't
pay
He
attention.
didn't hear it.
Because then we re-explained this comedy gold to him a little bit later, and he got it. He laughed like he should.
Here's the thing with my friend Dan, and I love him, and I know you do too. But whenever there's like a story about like science or technology,
He goes away.
He goes
Yeah.
away. Call me when there's a Kardashian or a sports thing.
And I can't understand this either about Hick, is like how sometimes he's like queasy about subject matter, and other
Yeah.
times
He's
he
fine.
says something that's even more over the top than the
Correct.
one he was queasy.
Correct. It's
So,
weird. His relationship with the line is complicated.
I don't like that. Correct. Yeah, him and the line have an on again, off again. But I thought that was.
It was very funny.
Yeah, I mean, it
It's
deserved.
It's
You know what? I just feel cheated. I feel
It
that one
deserved a better
deserved
reaction.
a full studio
Yeah. It was funny.
of laughter.
It was
So.
funny. I enjoyed it very much.
Charlton is on.
Even Chuck is
Oh, that's
watching.
exciting.
Chuck texted me today. Apparently, he's a huge Rockets fan.
Well, no, he missed what I was saying. This isn't about. Even if they don't play D, you still go 8 for 10 from 3, right?
Right.
This is Trey Young talk. That's my indulge
Trey.
me in my Atlanta Hawks.
Hawks rookie Trey Young, who
So that's
36 last night.
I bet you Charlton probably combusted a couple of times back in the day.
Charlotte probably combusted this morning.
See, and look what Charlton does. Charlton comes into a format where everyone is nice. They don't use harsh language, and he comes right. Do other people read that?
Oh yeah, they can see it.
I mean,
They see what Charlton said.
Charlton, what's wrong with you, dude? Don't say things like that,
That's
Mr.
rude.
10.
Sorry.
Kevin Gainey, that's Mr. 10, people. So you
Yeah,
see
in case
this,
you know.
this terrible language. Look at that.
Yeah. Feel free to report him to the
What's wrong with you?
Googans.
I mean, he's got no couth.
You know what they call that? Hate speech.
It's like, you know what they call it? I gotta be honest, it's a little bit white trash is what that is.
A little bit.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can take, you know what that's like? You can take a boy out of the North Florida Sticks, but you can't take the North Florida Sticks out of the boy.
Might have to change his name from Charlton to
I just don't understand it. Look at the words. I got like five. I've got like five bad words. I broke the code. What are you talking about?
No code broken.
The guy's unreal.
I can't.
I don't know what to tell you.
I think we peaked.
Now, after killing the show many, many days, you're killing after the drill.
They
Charlton.
killed 2 shows in one day. That's right.
Thank
you, Tim.
Right.
Thank you, Tim.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Tell Charlton to watch his mouth. I mean,
damn dirty ape.
You know, what the hell? So I continue to bang on LeBron a little bit,
Yeah.
and I end up banging on him harder because Dan comes in and disagrees with me. I just feel like what LeBron is doing right now is unfair from this standpoint. They are not winning because of LeBron is part of the problem why they're not winning. He's not playing good enough.
No.
He's not lifting them above. And I thought it was a fair comparison today. It was this.
I mean, he had a triple-double yesterday, but like you said, you look at the box score, it's not the most efficient triple-double.
Well, and you lost the game, so the triple-double doesn't matter. But my point is this Lakers team is better than that Cavs team.
Right.
So I don't know why he's so insistent on throwing the whole thing into chaos and trading guys, because and the reason that I think that Locke and Johnson for the Gators, which has been more impressive. Here's the question, Jeff: who do you think's been more impressive between Nembhard, Locke, and Johnson? You know, the answer to that question is yes. They've each done their own thing, right? Locke has hit huge shots outside, which has been impressive. Nembhard, to be a freshman and play almost every minute of every game, and not a big scorer, but he runs the floor, has been impressive. But I would say that Johnson is coming on the most. So,
right. But
all that being said, I think it's probably Nembhard, only because we've kind of handed him the ball and he's just not turned it over. He's not a big scorer. That's a hard question. I think they're all three kind of on equal footing.
But yeah.
What was I saying? No. Oh, about LeBron.
Struggles and LeBron.
I think here's why. I mean, I don't know how you can think that the Cleveland team he left was better than the Lakers team he's on. I don't think it is. In fact, look, Cleveland last year, look at their record this year with no LeBron.
Right.
Okay.
Terrible.
Yeah, the Lakers last year with no LeBron were 37-45. This year's Cleveland team is going to win like 20 games.
Right.
So the deduction, and by the way, it's a Lakers team playing a harder Western Conference schedule than the Cavs in the East.
Right.
So if the Lakers can't even be a playoff team, it's LeBron's fault. It's not the young guys. It's not that they're too sensitive or that they can't handle criticism or that they're uncomfortable being uncomfortable. Those are all LeBron, platitudes to take all the onus off of him, or at least that's what I'm selling.
That's at least the impression. And a lot of people were confused by that comment after the game yesterday about the pressure and being distracted by it.
In fact, he did. To Hickens' point, he was asked, are the
Yes.
distractions starting?
Right.
I just think there's a better way to cover your teammate. It's okay to be a good teammate, LeBron.
Yeah.
It's okay to pretend that you love everyone and then the moves get made that you want. But to just basically say, I'm the man, this is how I'm reading it. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. I'm the man, I'm fine. If these young bloods don't learn how to play, they all suck. We're not going anywhere. They're oversensitive and rabbit-eared, and that's what it sounds like he's saying. Yet, I mean, last night, like I said, what else do you want him to do? I mean, Brandon Ingram had 32 points last night on great shooting night.
Kuzma played well.
Kuzma had 22 points. I mean, you're not going to get any more than that. The Lakers are losing because they're not playing defense, and LeBron James is not a good defensive player, and he's not trying to overcome that on defense and set the tone and the example on defense. Like defensively, for example, LeBron's been in his 18th year in the league. He's been on the first or second team all defense 6 times. Jordan was in the league, 12 years?
12, 13 years, yeah.
He was 9-time first team. I mean, that's,
Jordan was a world-class defensive
Kobe Bryant, 12-time All-NBA defensive player. So, look, these are fair because LeBron will happily embrace being the GOAT. He likes the discussion of, is it him or Jordan? So let's start factoring some of these other things in. And Michael Jordan on this team isn't on the outside looking in the postseason. That I believe.
It's funny. It sort of goes back to when LeBron signed with the Lakers. And then the entire offseason passed by, and they didn't really make any other moves of significance. And we asked the question then. I mean, are they willing to just ship a year of LeBron's career? And, I'm not saying they've totally shipped it, but again, they didn't make moves at the deadline either, and this team seems about like the team we thought it was going into the season.
Although-
Maybe fringy good enough to get in the postseason, not much better.
In reality, does anyone really think LeBron is better than Jordan? I mean, we talk about this.
Right.
Do you think anyone actually, though, in like the GOAT argument?
Yeah, I don't know. I certainly don't.
The heart of a shrimp is located in its head. I'm not sure
I
what
don't
that
know
means.
what that means, but
Does that mean it's going to combust or not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Curious.
LeBron's success for the last several years is a result of the East being complete crap. Well, sure.
That's kind of
part of it.
I think that's part of the answer, but that doesn't explain being so crap that he goes to the finals every year. I think he
Right.
just got so intimidating in that conference.
Yeah.
And maybe out west, they're finding out that LeBron is
Right.
It's one thing if he's got to beat one of those teams, and it's
Right.
been Golden State. It's another if you got to beat 6 of them,
Right.
and they haven't been able to do it. But
That's tough, man.
I'm incredibly disappointed with what LeBron has become this year and how he's acting and what he's saying. I'm sorry. I have a higher standard for him. I want him to be a leader. I want him to be likable. I want the Lakers to be good. These are the last few years of his career. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I want more. I don't want a guy who seems to be, with everything that he's accomplished, just blaming everyone. Real good leaders and people that are completely comfortable with themselves, they'll take heat that's not even theirs. This is on me, guys. I've been here I've been here for 7 months. I got to get, in sync with these guys. Maybe we need to practice more. But it's never that.
Right.
It's always, someone else's problem.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they get in the offseason if they can build a contender there. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. You look up at 4 years and they didn't do a whole lot of
Well,
anything.
it's not out of the realm of possibility that players don't want to play with LeBron. I mean,
Yeah.
where is Paul George? He could have signed there after LeBron did. Where
He
are
went
these
to
guys?
play with Russ and decided he liked that more.
It seems like the only guy that really wants to play with LeBron is J.R. Smith, and you don't want
So,
him.
That's his guy.
So,
Anyway.
anyway.
Tight. All right, Googits. We're going to peace out. Tomorrow it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Get Smart John in the house and brunch with the tour. So tune in. Be there or be square. Won't be in Nebraska.
Tiger top 5 at TPC.
Boy, Chris Reimer's picking him to win.
I would, that's close. I'd say it's a possibility for sure. I don't care if Phil doesn't play. I'm not seeing him play 1,000 times. If he wants to,
Nothing against Phil.
I don't think he's being like, oh, the player stinks. Like sometimes, it bothered me the year that Bubba Watson didn't play. He won the Masters and he was in the Players and he skipped it. That bothered me. You're Bubba Watson,
Right.
but.
The Players is such a good field. You could literally say that about any player.
That's
It doesn't bother you that they don't play because there's
Yeah.
so many good players. All right, Googits. We
Sorry,
love you.
You'll have Hick again tomorrow. I apologize.